As of Wednesday, the Israeli army was continuing to restrict the amount of humanitarian aid, including food and basic supplies, into Gaza, in another clear violation of the terms of the ceasefire agreement. Al Jazeera's Tarek Abu said that only a trickle of aid is reaching Gaza, including only 12 World Food Program trucks that entered the central areas. Under the agreement, at least 600 trucks daily are mandated to enter. Euromed Human Rights Monitor stated on Tuesday that, quote, the risk of famine and malnutrition and their devastating consequences remains present in the Gaza Strip despite the entry into force of the ceasefire agreement. The limited quantities of goods and aid allowed into Gaza represent only a fraction of actual needs and fall far short of addressing the severe food and supply deficit that Israel has deliberately imposed as a tool of genocide during 2 years of military assault and comprehensive blockade. The rights group added that its field monitors reported that Israel permitted the entry of only 173 aid trucks since the ceasefire began on October 10th, with limited quantities of fuel and cooking gas, food, supplies, and some medical items. No aid trucks were allowed to enter on Monday under the pretext of releasing Palestinian detainees, nor on Tuesday due to Jewish holidays, both in blatant violation of the ceasefire agreement, Euromed said. Quote, Israel's control over the volume of aid, its non-compliance with the ceasefire terms, and its move toward further reductions not only constitute a breach of the agreement, but also amount to the continuation of genocide by depriving civilians of their basic rights, chief among them food, water, and medicine, and by imposing life-threatening conditions. This ongoing policy demonstrates Israel's determination to use starvation as a central instrument in its strategy to destroy Palestinian society in Gaza. The rights group noted that the entry of humanitarian aid into Gaza, quote, is not a privilege granted by Israel, but a binding legal obligation under international humanitarian law, guaranteeing civilians in wartime an absolute right to receive such assistance, and that, quote, any attempt to link food or medicine to political or security conditions constitutes a flagrant violation of fundamental rights, including the right to life, dignity, personal safety, health, food, and water.